Blessings, blessings, blessings. You are welcome to this series and segments that we will be bringing your way in the knowledge and in the instructions of the culture of God. The Lord has spoken to us in recent times that it's a part of Him that we have not known as we ought to know it. And we're calling the culture of God very, very simple and very familiar with many of us, except that we have not seen it in the light of culture. We've seen it or heard about it in the light of the teachings that have come to us thematically, or teachings that have come to us just to bless us in an exhortation. Blessing is the culture of God. And because we have not approached blessing as a culture, we have missed it. Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16, he says, walk in the ancient pathways so that you will have rest for your soul. Of course, the people of Jeremiah's time said, we will not walk in it. The ancient pathways of God is the culture of God. It's unchanging. In fact, the truth is, when Jesus was sent to us, Jesus didn't come to change anything. Remember what he said in Matthew chapter 5, I didn't come to take away the law or change it, but to fulfill it. Because it's not about commandment. God is not about commandment. God is about relationship. And relationship is built on cultures. And so blessing is a culture of God. We see that from day one when man was made, Genesis chapter 1 and verse 28, the Bible says, and God blessed them, saying, the first encounter he had with man, and God blessed them, saying, because that is foundational. Blessing is foundational. And God expects it to be a continuity. He expects that to be how man lives or leads his life on the earth. If something happened, you and I know how Adam sinned against God, how he went out of the way and did the things he shouldn't have done. The consequence of that is man who was living in a glory and who in that glory named every animal, in that glory could relate to the stars, in that glory was in charge of everything. And suddenly he walked out of that glory by doing what God said not to do. One, he lost the kingdom, gave the authority of the kingdom to Satan, and of course himself got lost. He went out of the glory. And so now you see the Bible will even say that sin is described biblically as everyone falling short of the glory of God, because that's really what happened. And the blessings of God is what keeps us in that glory. The blessedness of the child of God keeps him in that glory, brings him back to the original intent of God. And so in the next few sequence and times, we're going to be discussing the blessing of God. Proverbs 10 and 22 says, this blessing, it maketh rich, and it adds no sorrows to it. Because that's the intention of God. God intends that we live a restful life, a life that is fulfilling, a life that is productive, a life that is ever increasing the path of the just. Like the sun shining during the day, ever increase, Proverbs 4 and 18. That's how God has designed life to be. And if you journey with us patiently, if you journey with us intently and intensively as it will be, you will discover that your life will be restructured, restored, restituted, and be happy. Come to me, you who are heavy laden, or who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. It didn't say I will increase your trouble. No, I will give you rest. The intention of God is a restful life. After 6 days of walking, God himself rested. You need rest, child of God. You need rest, man. You need rest, woman. You are not a jack. You are not, you need rest. You need rest. We were saying that you need rest. You have to understand that having a restful life is the right of a person. It's the right of a human person. The first person that was condemned in the Bible by the law of God to die was a man who did not rest, or who abused the day of rest. Was a man that began to walk on the day of Sabbath. And when Moses asked God, what do I do with this man? And God said, kill him. It is a very extreme judgment, but where God doesn't kill you today, what you're doing kill you. We see the surge we have in hypertension, surge we have in strokes and all of that, because people just refuse to rest. And life is so pressured today that people don't even find time to rest. But living a blessed life will bring rest to you. Living in the culture of God will bring rest to your life. Blessing is that which makes for everything that, if you want, that bring ease to life. That's what blessing is. Blessing is the capacity God gives us to bring ease onto our life. That's why Proverbs 10:22 says, it maketh rich. When you have it, it makes you rich. It makes what you do prosper. The first sign of it, Genesis 1:28, is multiplication. It is fruitfulness. When you are a blessed person, Psalm 112, the Bible says his house is filled with great things and precious things. We will come back to conclude the aspect of introducing this onto you, because you need to understand what it is and what it is not, so that when you're experiencing it, you can celebrate it, and when it is not there, you will seek it. The Lord bless you. See you in a few.